This video is sponsored by the FLO Rnd pillow.
Introducing the FLO Rnd pillow. It is a game changer for all of us in the crochet community, and let me tell you why. You know all those pesky aches and pains that we sometimes get while we crochet? The pains in our necks and our shoulders and our lower back as we're doing this C curve shape as we're working. The pains in our elbow, which is funny enough also called crocheter's elbow of all things, and the pain in our wrists. These pains have haunted us all of us. If you've crocheted, you've probably felt some pain at some point in time. The FLO Rnd pillow has come to rescue us. This horseshoe-shaped pillow wraps around your body when you put it on, and it props up your elbows, straightening your posture and helping to alleviate a lot of those pains that we're feeling. And check this out. It comes with a super soft suede or velvet removable cover that comes in many different fantastic color options. So if you ever get it dirty or your dog decides to take a nap in it in the middle like mine does, here I'll include a picture right here for you to see. Remove the cover, toss it in the washer and dryer, super easy peasy to clean. Now here's the exciting part. FLO Rnd has hooked us up with a special deal. I've put a link in the description section below for you, and if you use my exclusive coupon code crochet_with_Tiffany15, you'll get a pretty sweet deal. So, my dear crochet friends, check out the FLO Rnd pillow, the ultimate crochet companion, by clicking the link below, and don't forget to use our special code for a discount. Now let's get back to the video.
It's here, it's finally here. My video tutorial for my summit beanie, the much awaited, many requested video tutorial where I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step instructions on how to make this beanie. It is an easy level pattern. If you have any questions at all, please make sure you ask them in the comment section below and I'll make sure to get to them when I can. As we are going through this video, if you are enjoying the content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, which there are going to be some amazing ones you're not going to want to miss out on. And make sure to share this video with a friend who you think would really enjoy making a really cute beanie. Let's go ahead and jump right into what materials we're going to need to make this summit beanie.
The materials that I used to create this beanie include a size 4-weight yarn. Now this is a very thin 4-weight yarn. I did the WPI, or the wraps per inch, on this yarn, and I got 10 wraps per inch, which ends up being a very thin 4-weight yarn. So if you are looking to use something in your stash and you're noticing it is a thick 4 or a heavy 4, then I would probably not use that one in particular because your beanie will end up being a lot bigger than what I created. You'll also want to use a crochet hook that is a size F5 or 3.75 millimeter. Creates those nice defined stitches for us, a pair of embroidery scissors, and a yarn needle or tapestry needle to weave in all those ends at the end of the project. I will have links to everything you see here, including the WPI gauge. Otherwise, go ahead and grab what's in your stash, grab the pattern, and let's get started. We're going to begin this beanie by making the brim first, and then working the sides of the beanie and closing the top to close and finish off the beanie. We're going to start by chaining 11. 1, 2, 3, 11. Row 1, we will just single crochet into the second chain from our crochet hook and make 1 single crochet in each chain across. We will end with a total of 10 single crochet stitches. Great. At the end of row 1, we will chain 1, turn our work. We're ready for row 2. So row 2 is going to be very different, guys. We are going to slip stitch in the back loop only of each stitch all the way across. Total of 10 stitches here. We will not go into the main stitch. We want to keep turning our stitch so we see the V's at the top, that V. We want to go underneath just the back loop only, yarn over, and slip stitch, and continue to slip stitch back loop only. Make sure that your slip stitches are on the looser side. If they're too tight, they're going to be very difficult to work into on the next row. Row 3, we will chain 1, turn our work. Now row 2 looks virtually non-existent, but it is very much there. For row 3, we will want to make a single crochet in the back loop only of every stitch all the way across. Now when we first look at our stitches, it looks like the V's are just popping out the front. That's not the V stitch we want to work into. If you keep turning those stitches, you'll see another line of V-stitches right above it. So V, V. We want to put our back loops only single crochet stitches in the top of the stitch. So make sure you go into underneath this loop, not the V in the front, and single crochet. Not this one, keep turning, that one. Single crochet. You will know that you're doing it correctly if after you keep making a few more stitches, you start to see that line of V-stitches laying flat on the top of the work. That is what we want. We want to keep this. And if you work your back loop only into this V, it's gone. It disappears. Continue working your single crochet, back loop only, all the way across, total 10 stitches. All right, last stitch. Perfect. Okay, the repeat pattern for this whole brim is just repeating rows 2 and row 3. All even number rows will be the chain 1, turn our work, slip stitch into the back loop only. So just be very mindful and careful to find those V's on the very top of the stitches. Every odd number row will be a chain 1, turn your work, and single crochet in the back loop only of every stitch all the way across. The big reminders here, when making your slip stitches, make them loose. If they're too tight, they're going to be really hard to work into. And on your single crochet back loop only rows, definitely make sure you use the top V, not the front V, to make your back loop only stitch into. All right, I think you got it. We are going to repeat rows 2 and row 3 to the end of row 107. The reason why there are so many rows is because this slip stitch back loop only row is practically non-existent. So that's going to cause more rows needed in order to meet dimension. I will meet you at the end of row 107 to show you how to close this brim and then how to start working the body of the beanie. And 107 is complete. Great, just finished my whole brim. Now you will definitely notice the one pretty side with the beautiful V-stitches poking out the front, and then the back has a very flat surface. I want this very flat surface to be on the inside of the brim, so I'm gonna actually fold this over so the inside is facing outward. I'm going to chain 1 over here so I can turn my work, lay them flat. So this is what I did. We are going to slip stitch the first and last row together so we can just create a circle. Inserting my crochet hook into the first stitch underneath both loops, into the foundation row, yarn over and pull through everything and just pull all the way through for a slip stitch. And last stitch to join. Great. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and chain 1. I'm going to take my band, and it has this pointed section now that I have joined that together, and I want that to point on the inside. So I'm going to take my brim and I'm going to fold it outward so that this beautiful outside will be showing right side out. For round 1, we are now working in rounds because we are now going to start working around and around for our beanie. Round 1, we already chained 1. We will make 1 single crochet stitch in the side of each row. We should end round 1 with a total of 107 single crochet stitches. And that is a great way for you to make sure you're staying on track and that you didn't accidentally drop a stitch or add a stitch anywhere. And 107, great. Just finished row or round 1, going to slip stitch into the top of that first single crochet to close the round, and we are now ready for round 2. Round 2, we are going to chain 1. The stitch we are working for round 2 is a single crochet cross stitch. We will skip that first stitch, single crochet in the second stitch underneath both loops, and then insert a crochet hook back into that first stitch, then yarn over, pull that yarn through, then yarn over and pull through both loops. And see how it looks like it went across? Cross stitch. Do not put anything in this stitch. Remember and be aware of where you placed stitches. There's something in the stitch. We're going to skip the next stitch, single crochet into the following stitch, and then come back and single crochet into the one skipped stitch. Already have something in this one. Skip this stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, and then single crochet into the stitch we skipped. That is the single crochet cross stitch. We will just repeat this pattern all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of round 2 to show you what we do next. And cross stitch, single crochet. Okay, so we are left row 2 or round 2 with 1 stitch left because obviously we had 107 stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and make 1 single crochet in that last stitch and then slip stitch into the top of that first single crochet to close the round. Beautiful. All right, so for round 3 through round 5, we are just repeating what we did in round 2, the single crochet cross stitch. So you're going to chain 1. You're going to skip that first stitch, find the second stitch, and you can find the second stitch easy with that diagonal. So basically just follow that diagonal up, and that is your second stitch or the one you're going to start with. Insert your crochet hook, single crochet, and then insert your crochet hook into that skipped stitch and single crochet. Skip the next, insert your crochet hook into the following stitch, single crochet, and then single crochet into that skipped stitch. Repeat this pattern all the way around. For round 3, at the end, you're going to end with that 1 single crochet stitch and then slip stitch to close, and repeat for round 4 and round 5 for a total of round 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 rows or rounds of the single crochet cross stitch. Continue on. I will meet you at the end of round 5 to show you what we are going to do next. And closing round 5. Great. For round 6, we will chain 1 and single crochet in the front loop only of each stitch all the way around. You should end round 6 with a total of 107 stitches. Now, the way I do my front loop only is I'll bring my claw of the crochet hook to the front and just pick up that front loop, then yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through. So that is how I am working my front loop only stitches. 105, 106, and 107. Slip stitch into the top of that first single crochet stitch we made to close round 6, and we are now ready for round 7. Start by chaining 3, 1, 2, 3. This chain 3 does not count as a stitch. We're going to push all of these single crochet stitches that we made forward, revealing that left behind back loop only that we didn't place any stitch in. And we are going to make a double crochet stitch in that left behind back loop only. Double crochet. And that's it. That's all we are doing for row or round 7 is just making 1 double crochet stitch in that left behind loop. You should end with a total of 107 double crochet stitches. 107. Great. Go ahead and slip stitch into the top of the third chain that we made to close round 7. We are now ready for round 8. In round 8, we are going to be making clusters. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet in that first stitch that we actually slip stitched into. Double crochet. Great. Now we're going to make a cluster on top of this. Start by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3. Now these double crochet stitches we're going to make, they're actually going to be made in the back of that first chain. So if we turn the chain over and we see this link in the middle, we're going to make all of our stitches in that link right there. Yarn over. Insert your crochet hook in that link behind the V-stitch of the first chain. Yarn over, pull through. Then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and keep 2 loops on your crochet hook. Yarn over. Insert your crochet hook into that same space or stitch that we did before. Yarn over, pull through. Then yarn over, pull through only 2 loops on your crochet hook. There are now 3 loops on your crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. There's our cluster. Interesting, right? Next, we're going to do a double crochet 3 tog. So yarn over, insert our crochet hook into the next open stitch. Open double crochet over here. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through only 2. Yarn over, insert your crochet hook into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert your crochet hook into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through only 2. See how we have the start of a double crochet in those 3 stitches? Then we're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on our crochet hook, and we will make this shape right here. Interesting, right? All right, the repeat pattern we're going to do for row or round 8 is this top puff or cluster and this double crochet 3 tog. Repeat those 2 over and over again. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, insert crochet hook into the back chain link of that first chain that we made. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert crochet hook into that same space, then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. When you have 3 loops on your crochet hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and then do the 3 double crochet tog. Insert crochet hook into the next open stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert crochet hook into the next open stitch, then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert crochet hook into the next open stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. We have 4 loops on our crochet hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops. There we go. I will do one more repeat and then I will release you off to finish round 8 all on your own. I will meet you at the end of round 8 to show you how we will close it off and what we will do different for round 9. All right, we only have 2 spaces left, but look, there was only 1 double crochet stitch that we made to begin with. So we're going to go ahead and make 1 and 2, and then we're going to go ahead and just close up those 2 and slip stitch to the top of that first double crochet stitch right there. And then there's our 3. Isn't that cool? Isn't that neat? Awesome. We just closed round 8. We are on to round 9. Start by chaining 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to make 1 double crochet stitch in the same stitch we slip stitched into. Right there. Great. Now we're going to hop over this cluster, find the top of this double crochet 3 tog. I like to place my stitches in this space, not this space. So on this side, we're going to make 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3. Now careful how tight your stitches are here because we are going to be working 3 double crochet stitches in the top of the double crochet 3 togs all the way over or around. And if your stitches are too tight, it's going to pull everything inward. It's going to like scrunch everything. So just work with just a looser, kind of relaxed tension. And we are making 3 double crochet stitches, 3 full double crochet stitches on the top of every double crochet 3 tog. That's it. Go ahead and repeat this all the way around for round 9. I'll meet you at the end of round 9 to show you how we'll close it and what we do different for round 10. 3, and then to close round 9, we already made 1 double crochet here, so we're just going to make 2 more. 1, 2, and then slip stitch into the top of the first double crochet stitch. There we go. Closing round 9. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, for round 10, we will just repeat this double crochet row here on the bottom. So we'll start by chaining 3, and then making 1 double crochet stitch in every stitch all the way around. We should still maintain that 107 stitch count. So if you would like to count your stitches to make sure you're staying on track, that should be the number you are aiming for. Go ahead and continue around, and I will meet you at the end of round 10 to show you how we will move on. Finishing up round 10, we will just slip stitch into the 3rd chain that we started round 10 with, and there we go. Moving on to round 11, we are going to make this front loop single crochet stitch. So start by chaining 1, and then making 1 single crochet in the front loop only of every stitch all the way around, exactly like we did down here. All right, continue on. I'll meet you when the round 11 is all done. And finishing up round 11 here with a slip stitch into the first single crochet. Perfect. Now for round 12 through round 17, we are just repeating these single crochet cross stitches that we did down here with row or round 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to repeat those right back up here, starting with round 12 and going through the end of round 17. So I'm going to start by chaining 1. I'm going to look at my stitches here. Here's the first stitch. I want to insert my crochet hook into the second stitch, the back loop only, because that's the stitch that is remaining. Yarn over, pull through for that single crochet, then come back to that skipped single crochet or skipped stitch space, and then single crochet. There we go. This stitch already has a stitch in it. Skipping the first open unused stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and then come back and single crochet in the skipped stitch. Used, skip, single crochet, and then single crochet in the skipped stitch. That's it. If you need help remembering how to close the single crochet cross stitch rows, just reflect back to what we did in round 2, and you should be good to go. Other than that, go ahead and continue this on, and I will meet you at the end of round 17 to show you what we will do next. Oh, I hope you're loving this pattern. I think it's so pretty. And finishing up round 17. Great, slip stitch to close that round. On to round 18. Round 18, we are doing another single crochet in the front loop only round. That's it. You should know how it is done, but just to get you started, we'll chain 1 and grab that front loop only and single crochet. All right, that's it. All we're doing for round 18, the single crochet front loop only. I'll meet you at the end of round 18. Last stitch for round 18, and then going to slip stitch into that first single crochet to close round 18. Look at that. So cool. Okay, for round 19, we are doing another one of these double crochet rounds right here. So we're going to start by chaining 3, 1, 2, 3. This chain 3 does not count as a stitch, and we are just making 1 double crochet stitch in the left behind loop from the last round. So just, that's it, 1 double crochet in that left behind loop right there. And this is going to push that single crochet front loop only round forward, making it more pronounced. Great. Go ahead and repeat this all the way around for round 19, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what we're going to do different for round 20. And finishing up round 19. We will actually close round 19 by slip stitching into the top of that first double crochet stitch. And there we are. Wow. All right, for round 20, we are going to repeat this round right here, which was the cluster round. So we will start by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if you remember how to do this. Double crochet in the same stitch that we slip stitched into. There we go. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, insert your crochet hook behind that first V-stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through only 2 loops, keeping 2 loops on our hook, yarn over, insert our crochet hook into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through only 2 loops, leaving 3 loops on our crochet hook, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops for that cluster on the top. And then we're going to come down and do a double crochet 3 tog. 1, 2, and 3. When we have 4 loops on our crochet hook, go ahead and yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. That's it. That's the repeat. We're repeating this top cluster and this bottom double crochet 3 tog over and over again for round 20. Okay, and then to close round 20, just making 2 of these double crochets. I'm going to go ahead and join the 3 loops on the top and then slip stitch into the top of the first double crochet stitch. So now it's the 3 double crochets and it's closed. Okay, for round 21, we are going to repeat this round down there. So we're going to start by chaining 3, double crochet in the space where we slip stitched. Great. And then for round 21, all we are doing is making 3 double crochet stitches on top of the double crochet 3 tog. And that is the repeat pattern for round 21. Go ahead and continue on, and I'll meet you at the end of round 21 to show you what we are going to do differently for round 22. Okay, finishing up round 21, we already have 1 double crochet stitch here in the beginning, so I'm going to make 2 more. 1, 2, and then slip stitch into the top of that very first double crochet to close round 21. Great. Okay, so we're going to start changing things up now. We're going to start decreasing our rounds so that way we can close things up. Starting with round 22, we will chain 3, 1, 2, 3, make 1 double crochet stitch in the first 2 stitch spaces. On top of this double crochet, got 1, next stitch, double crochet, 2, and then decrease double crochet. So we're going to only pull through 2 here, and then yarn over, then pull through 2 there, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops for that decreased double crochet. And then the repeat pattern for round 22 is going to be 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then decrease double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, and then decrease double crochet. Repeat around for round 22, and I'll meet you at the end to show you what we will do different for round 23. 3, and then we're just going to go ahead and leave 1 stitch to fill in the last stitch here, and close by slip stitching into the top of that first double crochet. There we go. Just finished round 22. For round 23, we start by chaining 3. We will begin by making a decreased double crochet, and then just 1 double crochet, and then decrease double crochet, and 1 double crochet. And that's the repeat pattern all the way around for round 23. We're so close, guys. We're so close. Decrease double crochet. Great. And ending with just 1 double crochet stitch and closing with a slip stitch in the top of the first decrease double crochet right here. There we go. Perfect. Just closed off round 23 onto round 24. Chain 3. For round 24, all we're doing is a decrease double crochet stitch with every 2 stitches. That's it. We're just taking and decreasing the whole way around. So decrease double crochet, then decrease, double crochet, and decrease, double crochet. Repeat all the way around. I'll meet you at the end of round 24. Last double crochet decrease for round 24. Boom, there we go. Slip stitch into the top of that first decrease double crochet. We just closed round 24. Okay, round 25, we are doing the exact same thing. We're going to start by chaining 3, 1, 2, 3, and making decreased double crochet stitches all the way around. All right, closing up round 25, making a decrease double crochet, and then there's 1 stitch left, so I'm just going to make 1 double crochet to fill in that last stitch, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the first decrease double crochet right there. All right, we are now on to round 26. Round 26 is our last round of double crochet decreases. So here we go. We're going to start by chaining 3 and then decrease double crochet around. Closing up round 26 here. Looks like I have 1 stitch left over. Make 1 double crochet in that last stitch, slip stitch into the top of the first decrease double crochet. Great. There we go. There's still a little bit of a gap here at the top of the beanie. So let's go ahead and close that off. Grab your scissors. Cut a tail long enough for us to just weave it in and out of stitches along the top. Yarn over that tail and pull through the loop on your crochet hook for a tie off. And then I'm just going to take my crochet hook in and out of stitches and come the opposite direction in the next stitch. Great. Did I make it all the way around? Not yet. Almost. There we go. And I will take tail, and I will just pull it close, cinch it closed. Take my crochet hook through the middle here. Reposition it to right where it's coming out and pull the tail on the inside of the beanie. There we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and tie this tail off. Here's the tail. We're on the inside of the beanie right now. I'm just going to go in and out a stitch that's next to where the tail is entering. Yarn over, pull through just a little bit, enough to make a loop on your crochet hook. Then yarn over the tail and pull through for a slip knot. And then I will weave this tail in to hide it. Other than that, your beanie is complete. Oh, I hope you loved the design. I hope you had so much fun actually making this beanie. And if you would like some really cute additions you could do is a pom-pom on the top. You could add potentially some braids on the side if you wanted. Have some fun with it. But I think it's beautiful just as it is. And I hope you do too.
Some of my favorite beanie patterns have multiple patterns worked into them. Comment below if you feel the same way, or if you have any questions at all related to this particular project. I will get to those questions as soon as I possibly can. This tutorial was requested by so many of you off of my Silver Stairs blanket tutorial. I am really curious, what other projects would you like to see us do next on the channel? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you with the next one.